Man, this game is crazy. You know, you come out here 1 week, you look like a major champion. The next week, you look like a 25 handicapper from Crabapple, North Dakota. But
let's go, bro.
3 shots, 4 par, I just do 2, 1 putt, par 4, birdie, ooh, new driver, info, replace, M2, par 5, fairway, what you fin do, think I'll try to get on into, start right, good line, good view, hit Drew, shooter McGavin, 2 thumbs that's up high and 2 fingers pointed at you, pew pew, fairway to green, conk off that I'm playing, sometimes these par 3 green look like an island, a plunge and to keep it on dry land, at least I might try, man, up with that 5 and might use the trap, man, I got a check, man, line tango ball speed, rate of that backsman, and where that ball land. Watch, that's on my hand, is yours not the time, man. Yeah, that's my garment. I feel like Ron, man. Not talking noodles, I'm talking about John, man. And Gary Woodland, stripes up with Travis Fulton, got me striping like Dustin Johnson. 59 watchdog the way down.
Welcome to episode 185 of Nothing Is Open South Texas Golf Podcast. As always, presented by Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. Big ups to our guy, owner-operator Lee Ramos. Pride of the South, baby. Southside owned, Southside family owned, and ran. Make sure you hit him up at 210-507-2227, MaximumDemo.com. This dude loves the dirty work. No job too big, no job too small. We're super thankful for his company being the presenting sponsor of our show. And also, we are coming live from the Texas Chancla Studios. Make sure you hit up our guy. You'll see him there at Market Square. He's filming a lot right now. This is his time, baby. Make sure you hit up our guy, Jesse Hernandez, at JesseHernandezLaw.com. And if you need him, in a bit of an emergency, DWI, public intoxication, he's your guy. Hit him up at 210-807-8656. Make sure you keep that number on speed dial, especially with Fiesta coming up. Am I right, Brucey?
Yes, sir, man. Fiesta's about to kick off. Let's go, bro.
All right, right here, guys. Hey, we got a banger of a show for y'all tonight, guys. We will be having Ray Garza on tonight of On Par Golf Apparel. He has a great event coming up on May 3rd. It is the first Flamingo Club Open. All right, I'm going to be participating in, and I'm going to have I'm going to have a child participating with me. So we're taking apps out. I said I need somebody that's good on the short game, that's got putts. I'm going to see if Alex Ibarra can let me borrow his daughter, because she's a stud, dude. She wins tournaments left and right, bro. I don't know. You know what? I might even ask,
Did you see that video?
I might even ask RJ, bro. Brucey, are you there, man? Brucey, are you there? I don't know. We're going to take Brucey off right now. Brucey's lagging right now. All right. We're going to bring our guy, Ray Garza, on to talk more about his new line. He's got a hell of a golf staff that he's created. He's added a couple of new additions to his team. Let's bring on my man. Ray, how you doing tonight, my brother?
I'm great. Thanks for having me, Andy.
Dude, okay. Did you find an outlet, bro? I know you had a big house. There was echoing all over the place.
No, I had to move spots. My cord was too short, so I'm at the dining room counter or sitting room counter to have a plug and be able to keep up and not die on you.
All right, man. Great, dude. So, Ray, what's been going on, man? You know what? We have you occasionally on every now and then. You're a fan favorite here. You're the king of Southside Golf, the pride of Southside Golf here in San Antonio. Recently you played in a VTO qualifier. Why don't you kind of catch us up how that went? I saw the scores. I want to know how it went from your perspective.
Well, it was fun. I mean, it's always fun to play some competitive golf. I shot 1 over, I think, for the day. It was tough conditions. It was raining the whole round. We had a stoppage in play. I would say, I don't know what time of day it was, but I had about 5 holes left. So I was 2 under after 8, and then the rain really came down. It was a steady rain, but it started really pouring at the turn, and we continued to play. And I really feel like they blew the horn way too late, and we played in some really, really wet weather, longer than I think we should have. Greens were getting flooded. Fairways were just swamps. But it was what it is, right? So it ended up taking the break. By then I was 2 over. I went bogey, 4 bogeys in a row after that. Went back out after about an hour and probably 15-minute to hour and a half wait. Got back out, shot 1 under on those remaining 4.5 holes I had left. Shot 1 over for the day. I needed to shoot 2 under to get into Monday, but I mean, for as much as I get out and play and compete, it was a good day, I guess. I'd love to have qualified, of course, but I mean, just being able to, get out there and compete at that level with the time that I get to put into my game, I think, it says a lot for everything else I got going on and trying to still stay competitive. So,
I spoke to Casey. I spoke to Casey, who made it into at least that, to play in that Monday.
Yeah.
And I know he's a little bit older. We were all getting a little bit older, and you would think, a little wiser too. And he said that he's probably in some really good shape. He said his mind is sharp. Do you have that same sentiment that, that your mind is maybe sharper than it's ever been, but now maybe your body is kind of not turning on when you needed to turn on?
I think that's true. I think from a mental standpoint and a strategy and, understanding, how to score your ball and keeping, I guess, the jitters out of your golf game and feeling confident in what you're doing. I think mindset wise, as I've aged, I felt that's gotten better and better. I don't want to say I feel like I don't hit it as far. I think I still hit it just as far and can, work the ball and play golf just as good. It's just, sometimes maybe the body fatigues a little sooner than 10 years ago, where I maybe wasn't as sharp on a mindset aspect as I am now, and as have as high of a golf IQ. But I think Casey's probably right, and we're almost that golf smart you have helps offset maybe that little bit of fatigue or I guess stamina or consistency you may have had as a younger golfer. But I think that's what you look at the guys on the Champions Tour. They're scoring just as good as the guys on the tour. They are playing a shorter course, but they're just so strategic, and they know what they're doing with their ball flight. They're hitting the windows on their shots. The short game's impeccable. They can all putt at that level or they wouldn't be there. But yeah, I think he's got a good point that as I've gotten older, I felt wiser. I think it's just the time I need to get the reps in to go with the mindset to really kind of get me over the hump, especially in these competitive events, because it's so inconsistent that I play in them.
So last time we spoke, you spoke about getting into the PGA management program and the PGA golf professional program. How's that going right now?
It's good. It's a thing you take at your own pace. So the actual process of becoming a full-fledged member through the 3 tiers, it's a process. You can take up to 9 years to complete it. So I'm about halfway through the first section of it. I've completed all the seminar piece, and I've just got some book work to do to complete that, and then I can move on to level 2. But it does give you some access to some golf events. So I'm working on a schedule, but it's just difficult. I looked at some of them, and I'm out of town for 2 of them. And then I've got some other.
You're always out of town, right? You're always out of town.
I try to be as present as possible, but sometimes you got to take those little getaways. But yeah, that's the goal, is try and play. And again, I'm 45 right now, so my goal is over the next 2 to 3 years, gradually start playing more and more golf, and all this business stuff, hopefully have it in a place where it's not as day to day for me, and I can focus more on golf, because I'm only going to get this window once as I get closer to 50. So I really want to try and play a couple of years seriously again, and I think it'll bode well for what I'm doing. If I can have some success on the golf course with our branding and reach, and having a better and bigger platform for us to showcase what we're doing. So I think in the end, it's all part of the bigger plan. But that's where we're at right now. To give you an update, just trying to play a little more and find where those windows are to devote some more time to my golf game, and still focused enough with family and work.
And I think that's the tough balance that we as guys, dads, fathers in our 40s, right? Full-time dads, full-time trying to put food on the table. That's where, and we try to squeeze our golf game in there. My wife and I, we got into a bit of an argument. I say a while back, and she goes, "Why is it that every free opportunity you get, you're trying to squeeze in some golf?" And I said, "Because I feel like I don't golf enough. I talk a lot of golf. I don't play enough golf." And so I said, "I'm sorry." I said, "That's just where my mind goes sometimes."
Yeah, I get that too. The wife, I'm so busy with all these things I keep continuing to add on my plate, and then I do have some downtime. And like, oh, you're gonna go play golf? Well, it's a tough balancing act. But she's amazing. Her busyness with work kind of helps because she's busy, I'm busy, and then we always find time, to make for us and the kids. Just finding that person that gets you to, I think, helps a lot. So I couldn't be here and do what I do without her.
Oh, I agree, man. You gotta have that support system, and you know what, they let us chase our dreams, right? They let us play coach, right? They let us do those things. So we got a lot going on, Ray. May 3rd is the big Flamingo Club Open. Now, why don't you tell us a little bit about that event? I'm going to bring up a picture and tell us who's it benefiting. I know there's a lot of moving pieces, and I know you've been on several boards and committees for running tournaments, and I'm sure you're putting all that energy, all that wealth of knowledge into this one because this is your baby.
Yes, no, this is definitely one I've probably put the most effort into. And I think it just stems from how passionate I am about what we're doing with this program and the whole mission of this golf tournament and the whole mission of the apparel, the whole mission of, the pillar of on par golf from the beginning. So the event is called the Flamingo Club Open. Originally we were going to have it at Riverside, but due to some unforeseen, issues there, we were fortunate enough, and the trail was gracious enough to help us transition to San Pedro, which I think will elevate it even more. We're going to add a few more things that I'll get to in a second, but I first want to address what it's about and the mission of the Flamingo Club. So again, I've been on the show and I've told you what the basis of the Flamingo Club is it's to equip our community with golf equipment, access to golf apparel, the things they need to be successful, whether they are just starting golf or they're already on their golf journey or whatever that may be in their life where they're at with golf. We're trying to make them better, right? In every facet of that. And that's the mission behind the Flamingo Club. And this was an idea that we had of, okay, well, we have these celebrations twice a year, and a lot of it is us through our clothing sales that help support that cost, as well as sponsors and donors that help us put this together. And I really wanted to think of a good way to not only incorporate the youth, the adult, and the fundraising piece together. So we brainstormed, and like I said, you've mentioned too, I've put on countless events and helped with that. So organizing and putting a stellar event together is not something that we're not accustomed to doing. We just wanted to incorporate with this. The whole premise of the event is fundraising to offset the stress on us finding additional sponsors for each celebration each year. So we're trying to create one big funding event that can basically sustain us for the year. In addition to, we're not saying we wouldn't take additional help throughout the year, but that's what we're trying to do, is just create one big event with a lot of buzz, raise a lot of money, and then we can continue to grow and reach more kids. And our plan too is eventually to create I wouldn't call it a golf tour, but just at least 2, maybe 3, 4, depending on how things go, of completely free golf events for youth. Whether that be on a full course, an 18-hole full-size course, or stuff that we just keep on the par 3s for now. But we want to have a platform to do that. So it all takes funding, right? So that's all we're trying to do, is create some dollars to be able to equip them, give them access to golf, create a platform for them to play, and a platform for them to learn. And our golf instruction is also a valuable asset to these kids, where we can help them with clinics that we can offer at little to no cost if need be. But that's the whole idea behind the mission of the program and the goal of the golf event. So a little more on the golf event. It's going to be at San Pedro. We have a few slots left. We're getting close to capacity. Registration is still open, and it's going to be a 9 a.m. check-in, 10 a.m. shotgun start. It's going to have a added bonus now that we're at San Pedro. They complimented the putt course for us. So those that attend can check in and go play the putt course, the new one that they just built, or they can play it after. They'll get a wristband in addition to getting to participate in the event. We're going to have it's Fiesta themed as well, Andy. So we're going to have a Fiesta themed meal. We're going to have chicken on a stick, corn in a cup. We're going to have aguas frescas, all part of the event meal afterwards during the award ceremony. We have 2 brand new cups for each division. We're going to have they're both youth divisions that we're going to break it up into, but depending on the field ages, we'll have a younger category and an older category, so you could have an even playing field.
I like how you said that. I like how you said that a younger and an older.
Yes, but still youth that we're going to use as the breakdown. So we'll have an official cup, Flamingo Club Open trophy cup that will stay year to year. We'll put the winner's name on that trophy, and it'll go year to year. And then we also have medals and awards for the top 3 finishers in each division. We're going to have a DJ on site to help liven up the day, make it fun, exciting, make it that, enhance that Fiesta theme. We're also joined with the commission, the Fiesta Commission. So this year, next year, we're on a probation with the actual Fiesta.
I've been on probation before,
yeah.
Ray.
You've been there? Not that kind.
I've been there. Probation from the Bolero.
So after year 1 and 2, in year 3, we can be eligible to actually be an official Fiesta event, the actual tournament. So we're doing a lot of things to try and build for the future, and not just think for now. We want to make sure we're looking at how we grow and continue to make this better every year. So in a nutshell, that's kind of what it is. If I missed anything, feel free to kind of chime in.
No. And right here, guys, if you're just watching right now, this is the flyer for the Flamingo Club Open. You heard Ray say it. You're gonna have it's Fiesta themed. I love Fiesta theme, especially it's right around. I mean, hey, it's coming up, and it's coming up really soon. That's the Saturday of Fiesta. What's the night parade? There's the Fiesta Flambeau, and right
yeah. So you can still do both.
See right there. So I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to show you right here a picture of my registration right here. So right there, adults first and last name Andrew Torres, and my child's name right there. It's Freddie. It's my co-host right there. So I don't know if there's any age restrictions right here. You know what? Freddie Freddie's my +1 right there. I don't know.
That's messed up, bro. Just because I look like a child doesn't mean I can play as a child, bro.
Yeah. But Andy, there's also a height limit for adults, so I don't know if you're going to be able to make it.
Wait, well, I tower over Brucey, and it's just like I have to go to the chiropractor so I can make sure that I am constantly taller than him.
I love it.
So right there, so I registered, and as I think about it right now, I'm just like, I said, oh my gosh, I said, I think I have an event going, but not till later in the day. It's 10 o'clock, right? Is the start time?
Yeah, so we should be done by noon. If everything goes,
man, hey, woo, thank God, right there, man. I was already getting in trouble, man.
Yeah, well, Ray, we're gonna try and keep it moving, get everybody in that. But yeah, our goal is to have. By noon, we're wrapped up. You can hang out longer if you want, but we should be done with everything by that lunchtime frame.
Well, Ray, we know you're a man of you don't speak a big game. You know what, your actions do a lot of talking for you, and this has to be a great feeling. A culmination of all your hard work and your effort in putting into it, because you know what, there's a lot of brands out there that Brucey and I that we talk to, and you know what we feel, and we're not trying to talk crap about any other brands, but we know the special meaning that you have behind yours. You stand behind it. You know what? You're a man of faith. You're a man of action. You're a man of purpose. And I know I'm always talking to kids. You work with one of my good friends, Billy's daughter. I call her Big Red. She's Maya Joe. She was out there at at one of your last clinics that you had out there, I think at Wheatley. And and I asked Billy. I said, Billy, if I can't get somebody, I was like, can I borrow Maya Joe for the tournament? And he said, yeah, man. He said, but we got a lot of work. We got a lot of work to do with her, man. And I said, no. I got a lot of work I need to do.
Yeah, bring whoever you bring, you're gonna have a good time. It's all good fun and celebration of what we're doing. And I think y'all are so fun because you get so competitive, and I think that's a good added bonus for those of you that in your circle that play together. Maybe you can have a little side pot there for side action.
You heard that, Brucey? You heard that, right? This is the leader of On Par Golf right here, dude.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Money don't make money.
I saw Jeremiah and his son signed up, and he already told me. He said if none of us win, he said he's fighting me. So I'm like, man, like I was like, we're there already. I was like, this is for the kids, man. This is for the kids. So Ray, you know what? Having your, and I have to ask it. You know what? I have to ask it. You know what? You have a close knit partnership with Alamo City Golf Trails, and you know what? You briefly spoke on it about moving the tournament from Riverside to San Pedro. Now, as you do that, you're in the South a lot. I know you kind of you're at Mission, you're at Northern Hills, you're at Cedar Creek. What are your thoughts on what they're trying to do with, you know what? Because they have a pretty tough situation in regards to some of the conditions on their courses.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt, and they've spoken to that a little bit, but it's tough. I think it's just a lot of ground to cover, right? You know, how many acres do they have to maintain if you add it all up? I mean, it's a lot to keep up with, and it's not an excuse, but it is difficult, you know, with all the moving parts, right? And you rely on certain people to do certain things and do it a certain way in a certain time, and it just sometimes doesn't work out. But again, there is, you know, expectation, right? Like you're coming paying, you know, a full green fee and cart, and it's you can understand not every course is going to be absolutely perfect every time you go, right? That's just the norm, but you want it to actually still be playable and enjoyable and feel like, you know, your money was well spent. Just like anything, it's like if you went to get a lesson from us, you know, we want to make sure you walk away feeling satisfied and that every dollar you spent with us, you know, was valued, right? And I get it, and it's just hard to say. I mean, I'm not in those conversations. I'm not on any advisory committee or any input on my end. I don't contribute, and that's fine. I mean, I don't feel like I would know exactly how to pinpoint everything that's going wrong, but I mean, they have professionals in place to do that, and I trust them because that's what we've got. And I'm hoping, you know, with some time, you know, it'll heal just like everything does, you know. But I know it's like a broken record a little bit in that we go through these winters and we come out of them, and it's like, you know, it takes twice as long as it should for it to heal, whether that's just, you know, winter damage or chemical issues or staffing issues, what have you, right? The weather, too much rain, not enough rain. There's a lot of variables, but yeah, it's just tough. I mean, me too. Like I want to, as I'm trying to play more of these events, like I need to play on greens that are, you know, realistic to what I'm going to be putting on. Yeah, and that's tough. That's tough. I get that. And it's, I wish I had a better answer for you. It's above my pay grade, I guess, at this point, with where it's at and what's going on. But I know they're working their tail off to try and get it fixed. And they're not just sitting there with their, you know, tail between their legs, like, oh, you know, we can't do anything. They're trying. And just the perfect example of that is like having our venue changed from Riverside to San Pedro. It says a lot about, the character of what they're trying to do. Again, it's a business, and they have to make business decisions to try and make their consumer happy and, make things right. And that's what they're doing. They're helping us, change venues to make sure we have a quality product to present when we put this great event together. And that's just what it is. And I appreciate what they've done to make that happen. We actually had a meeting today, and I was extremely satisfied with the come together of the trail to make every possible I guess option for us to make it as great of an event as possible given the circumstances. So again, it is what it is, and I'm always going to make the best of it, whether it's good, bad, or great, or what have you. But again, we're focused on the kids, and we want to make sure.
And we appreciate that, and that's one thing Freddie and I spoke about. I said I have to ask you, because you do, you do work a lot hand in hand with them, not trying to set you up or get you in trouble. But I hope you understand that. And that's why we love having you, and we appreciate you. And I think that's why a lot of people value the relationships they have with you, is because you're a straight shooter. But I hope you understand that I'm not trying to serve you or get you in trouble. Because you are a businessman, and you do, and I do see that, and I see that the trail is trying to give people that they're trying to take care of, an option. And so I do. Javier does a great job at San Pedro. Awesome. It's not just some second-rate court they're moving you to. They're moving this tournament to what is a gem of a freaking par 3 course here in town. Where it's centrally located, great management. Somebody said the other day, probably the best greens on the trail, and it's like,
ambiance, yep. Got everything you need there. A bar,
and having the options of, and including the putting club. Which, I'm mad at Javi because he still hasn't let me on there yet. But you know what? I said, I'm going to get on there. I'm going to get on there May 3rd.
Saturday, you're going to get a wristband. You can play it as many times as you want the whole day.
You can play as many times as you want, Andy. But
yeah, that's what I told them today is, I mean, it's I think, honestly, it's going to go fantastically, right? But it's going to set a really high standard. So if this is the first annual, and then we showcase this great program and event, and we go to Riverside, it'll feel like, well, it was, why are we not there again? So we're going to have to evaluate as a board if all goes well and it's just a massive hit, like we can potentially stay there every year. Because I know the trail too wants these kinds of things to tie into as well, because it benefits them as much as it does us.
Well, I look at it as being the Torres family and our fivesome for the Carricker Cup, and it's a yearly thing for our family. And I hope this grows to where everyone's counting on, with their son or with their daughter or vice versa, and that this is going to be like an annual thing. Yeah. And I know I'm asking my wife, hey, where are your clubs, Bella? My daughter's got to dust them off, and my wife's like, you don't remember? We sold them. And I said, we sold them. I was like, we sold them. And I was like, that's okay, baby.
Oh,
hey, all you need is the 7-iron and a putter. You're good. Daddy's got you, baby. Daddy's got you. I just need you to get close, baby.
Daddy's got you.
There you go. And just, I'll give you a little heads up. We're doing alternate shot.
No, shut up, Ray. Hey, hold on. Let me refund. So okay, Ray. So guys, and I included the link in the show notes, guys. If you haven't registered your teams are filling up fast, and I'm glad you texted me the other day. I'm over here on the road, and you texted me, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then I saw Jeremiah registered him and his son, and I said, I got to register myself and my son up there, Brucey up there. I got to register myself and my son up there. Look at that. I got Jeremiah Sierra right here. Me and Bumper's fucked. If it's an alternate shot,
good.
shot right here. Robert Vasquez, Brucey in the house. Right here, Brucey. Everyone's like, Brucey's back right here, baby. Look at this. Look at this one right here. Joe
You
Tejeda.
had me in the back shadows, bro.
I heard Brucey asking for pops against the kids in this Flamingo event. Ray, can you give out some?
Hey, I'm a 20, Ray. I'm a 20. I'm a 20.
Ray, like you're giving out a lote and chicken on a stick. Can you give out pops?
They give us some lollipops.
Right here. This is a Rockin' G Grill Customer of the Year right here. Rudy Jaimez. I love the grill, and Felipe Ray right there, baby. Rudy Jaimez. Do you got to kick him out, Ray? Do you have to kick him out sometimes?
I don't. Felipe does.
Not because he drinks a lot, it's because he eats a lot.
He eats a lot, man. It's like, hey, they don't have enough food. So, all right, Ray. So you talked to us about BTO. You talked to us about the Flamingo Club, and also, you got a new line coming out. I got right here. I got one of our local stars. Help me out with his name. It's Carl. How do you say his last name? McCloskey.
Adam Caskey.
There you go. Adam Caskey right here. Weatherman right here. He always rocks the On Par Golf apparel, man.
Yeah, he's
he
a big fan. Yeah. There's another one too. He actually wore that first one Monday, and that one that's one of our Fiesta Polo that hasn't been released yet. So he's the only one.
I picked the wrong one because this was the better looking picture, Ray. That's why I picked.
Yeah. The other ones, all I had. Yeah, but there's the new line coming. We're finishing up the updates on the website to be ready for our launch. But what we're probably going to end up doing is get the site ready, but not add the new line until event day. So what we're going to do is probably use the Flamingo Club Open as a launching pad for the release of our next line.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a pop-up. So at the event, every single piece of apparel that we have, even the new stuff that you haven't seen either, because we got some new logos, some other stuff coming out, some artwork that we created for some tees and some other cool pieces that we're going to have everything on sale for everyone at the Flamingo Club Open. So we got some new threads that will release. I might sneak peek a few between now and next Saturday, but that's the target, is full release after Saturday with the online sales on the new product.
Oh man, I'm loving that, dude. And like I said,
you heard it here first. You heard it here first.
We always like to get behind a company that has meaning, that has purpose, and we know that Ray Garza and we know On Par Golf Apparel has a purpose, and you know what? If you don't know about Ray's story, you know what, Ray, Pride of the South, always wanting to give back and give, like you stated, like what your parents and your dad gave you, put that little club that's perfect for me in your hand, and we appreciate that you do that. And there's not a lot of people out here in San Antonio that do it. There's not a lot of people, and you're one of the ones that, like we said earlier, you don't really talk. You do the walking, you walk the walk.
I'm more of a doer than a sayer. Yeah.
You don't really say much. Just like on the golf course, you let your game really do a lot.
Man, a few words.
Well, I'll talk when I have to. So don't get it.
So all right. So guys, if you don't know about Ray Garza's game right here, and I got a text. I don't know if you got the text today from the guys about they're doing a $50 skins out at TPC, right? I don't know if you're included on this big mass text message. I hope you didn't, because Ray's going to be my big gun. You're going to be my big gun this time.
And I'm getting an invite.
I didn't say that either. So I got to keep you on ice, right? I got to keep you on ice. So it was during COVID. And I had never really seen Ray play, and I still really haven't seen Ray play. I've only heard about it, right? So we're at this COVID skins game, and all the rumors are going around that Ray goes on the front nine there, the Canyons course. No. Was it the Oaks? It was Canyons. Well, we did both. It was Canyons, right? So on Canyons, Brucey, he goes 6 under on the front 9.
Ooh, damn.
And you know what?
Ray.
And his team bets, I don't think it was even because it's like a combo, right? What was it, Ray? It was like 6 guys, 6 on 6, something like that, right?
We were wheeling some people. I don't know I don't remember.
And you know what? I don't even think they won. They tied. They end up tying, or y'all end up losing, something like that.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
It was almost a push because I think I shot like even or 1 over on the back, and I mean, it was a good round overall. But yeah, I came out of the gate hot, and then this kind of fizzled a little bit on the back 9. But yeah, no, that was a circle. People like, I think that was the first time I got introduced to a lot of your circle at that tournament. So that little skins game. But yeah,
I know, man. I was like, I heard about the 6 under, and I'm like, who saw 6 under? Ray Garza. I was like, Ray Garza saw 6 under, and yeah, and he was just like super cool about it. And I guess you were kind of upset because you know what I'm not gonna say you shit the bet on the back, but I mean, 6, at a +1 or even on the back is not 6 under. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, no, it doesn't feel the same, but it's difficult. I mean, you think about like these guys you see on tour, putting 2 9s like that together. It doesn't happen very often. It's difficult to maintain, that run and stay that hot for that long on a round. But yeah, a good story though. I still like the Divine story better. I don't know if you've heard that one.
Let's go. Hey, tell us. We want to hear it.
Yeah, maybe I said on the show I made a hole-in-one on the 18th hole at Divine. After it's a par 4, over water, dogleg right. But I hit my first ball like 2 yards out of bounds. So the group I was playing with, I told them I'm going to go back and re-tee. So I teed it up, going for the green, knocked it in the hole for a birdie. But it was a hole-in-one on my second ball.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're hitting 3.
I was hitting 3 and knocked it in for birdie. Yeah. Yeah.
How far was it out?
Yeah, it was like 342.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Brucey, 342?
Yeah, it's about 340. Yeah. But it was summertime, ball was fine, and it just
Dang, bro.
I didn't hit a bad one.
Nope.
The first one, it was just a little bit too far left because you got to hit it right on line with a little cut on that shot because you got some pine trees off the tee that you got to avoid. And it just went back, re-teed it, and honestly, the guys were up on the green. I was driving up, and they were screaming. I thought I hit one of them on the green. Is why I thought they were screaming like I killed somebody up there. But like, oh, we're in the hole, we're in the hole. And sure enough, it was in the hole. So I ended up making a birdie.
My story would be I made the hole-in-one. I wouldn't even talk about the birdie, bro. I made the hole-in-one. That's it.
We're still waiting for those stories, Ray. We don't have any of those stories. We're living vicariously through here.
I have one hole-in-one. I hear a lot of people like, oh, I've had all these hole-in-ones. I've had one true hole-in-one on 16 at Fair Oaks on Live Oak. That's only. It's a good par 3 over the water. About 210, probably 200 yards at least. 16 Live Oak.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man. Live Oak. Okay, it's gonna take me a while. I love both of the courses there at Fair Oaks Country Club, which is where you had Live Oak was where you had the VTO qualifying right here.
Same track. Yeah.
Right here, we got Logan Buentelo right here. DeChambeau right there. You got DeChambeau right there. And then Roman Rios right here. There's a pond in front of the green on to 18.
Yeah, it's over water, dogleg right. Yeah, if you hit it left, you're down the street. Like there's a road right there.
So that 300-yard drive could turn into a 500-yard drive real quick.
Yeah, if you hit the road right, you'd be down.
Well, Ray. Okay, so one of the last things we're going to talk about, Ray, before we let
cup,
you go,
right? It's like tin cup on the pavement.
7 iron, baby, 7 iron.
Yeah, 300
and
yards.
So Ray, you have some great additions to an already amazing staff of yours. I know you added last time, we spoke, you added DK and you added Cameron Carillon to your staff. Now, what do those 2 individuals do to an already great star-studded cast of coaches? Because we constantly hear the things that Jesse are doing. Yeah. We constantly hear the things Christy's doing. You know what? You have quality people that you're able to link up for, all different types of styles, parts of the city, locations out at Cedar, out at Northern Hills, out at Mission. What do those two individuals do to an already, good staff you had?
Yeah, it just adds more depth, no doubt. I think, DK brings a lot of experience, having been, he's a master fitter, so he knows equipment really well, and he's I think that experience working with Cleveland Trixon, he got to see people on a regular basis getting fit, right? But in that, it's hard not to help these people with a tip or two here or there. So I think one of the things that I noticed right off with him is he's so quick to and has a great knack for finding that little thing that is hindering you with the swing in a relatively quick, couple of swings. So I mean, that aspect really blew my mind, because he has a ton of experience in just like, I see it. Hey, do this or do that or try that, and it's amazing. Like, everybody's like, wow, that really worked. We had a TrackMan event over at coincidentally at Fair Oaks with CPS Energy. We hosted TrackMan event on both courses for him, and he was manning one of our stations, and he was giving tips and cards, and everybody was like, holy man, this is great. Like, people are hesitant at first. They're like, oh, you can't help me here. And then he just sees them swing and gives them one swing, and he's like, hey, drop another ball, and he tells them do this, and then they like smoke it right down the fairway. But I mean, he's just a really high golf IQ. He brings a great background in being military. He's disciplined. He's hardworking. Work ethic is amazing. And I think one of the big things from my aspect as the owner watching him work is there's nothing too small or too big for him to do, and he's willing to put in the sweat equity. And I think that's what's lacking with a lot of people, is they'll do it. Like, it doesn't always have to be, oh, am I getting paid, or is it about a dollar bill at the end of the day? It's about building a business, and that's what my platform is I've created an opportunity for someone that wants to be an entrepreneur and start doing business and has the skill set to be an instructor and qualified enough to be an instructor, and they fit the mold of what our organization is about. Then I mean, I'm just here to help put them on a platform that's going to have a great support team in me and my staff, in equipment, in everything they need to be successful in their business, that's helping move our business further and further up to being the cream of the crop in the greater San Antonio, Texas area. And then with Cameron, her resume, her playing resume speaks for itself. I mean, phenomenal. She's young. She's excited. She's got a little, sideways with golf right after college, and she played a little bit professionally, but felt like it was a time of transition for her, and she wanted to step away for a little bit and get into the corporate world and actually get a full-time job. But she has such a passion for golf. She wanted to figure out a way to where she can incorporate golf in her life through a after work scenario, weekends, other times that fit in her schedule to work with our clients. And she's devoted to growing women's golf and youth golf. And again, I mean, a major pillar of what On-Par Golf is about. And it was just a no-brainer. I think what I like too about her and a lot of our staff is we're all coachable, right? We don't know it all, and we're able to, take constructive criticism well, and we're all able to help each other get better every day. And you don't see that a lot of times. These instructors are on an island, or they're hoping they're telling you the right thing. We're always communicating and figuring out, this worked well, this didn't work well. I'm trying this, new gadget. Like, we just picked up a pressure gauge, basically, so you can see where you're pressurizing on your footwork. And Jake is amazing with that. And he's again an absolute guru with the techie side of it. Like, he gets that track. He is extremely excited that he has that TrackMan at Cedar and gets to play with that and understand every in and out of that, from the putting, the short game, the full swing stuff, and absolutely maximize it. And that's what On-Par Golf is about. Like, I don't mind investing in equipment that we need to make us successful. and he's taking full advantage of it, and that's what it's there for. That's why I have the 2 units that we use. We have one at Mission and one that floats between Cedar and Northern, to help bring the tech part to what we need to deliver quality golf instruction. And that force plate is what it is. It's a force plate. So he bought a brand new force plate for us, and it's actually can integrate with the TrackMan, so you're able to see all kinds of things with how your weight is shifting, which is key. And we're starting to learn more and more about it too on our end, because it's not a tool that we've had ever. So he's training us, and I think that's the beauty of it. Like we're no one's too good or knows more than the other. Like we're all sponges, and we all want to learn to be able to deliver the best quality instruction we can. So from a staff point, those two just bring even more to the table. I mean, Christy, LPGA Tour experience, phenomenal instructor, stand up.
It's a
I could go on and on.
It's a star-studded lineup you have of staff, and I think from being on that coaching side and being an educator, you understand, Ray, that when you're on the sidelines or when you're on the field or when you're out there in the course, you're only as good. You could be the best coach ever. You could be the best business entrepreneur, but you're only as good as your staff.
Right.
And I think the thing is, and I think you said you invested in a lot. You invested in a lot of tech. I think more importantly, and I'm sure you know this too, but I have to say this on the show: you've invested in your people and relationships. And I 100%. I think you're. It's they have a continuation of the theme that you're trying to do. And in regards to having a relationship and relationships, we're going to bring on Jeremiah Sierra right here from FOREBROS Tour real quick so he can say what's up to you. Maya, how we doing tonight, brother?
What's up, my brothers? How's it going, man?
It's good, brother.
Good. How you doing? What's up, Ray?
Not much. You ready? You getting some reps in, getting ready for next Saturday?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I got bubbers doing push-ups, putting. If we know it's alternate shot.
You got him doing burpees. And
All right, Maya, before we let Ray go, if you could just kind of speak on what Ray means to the golfing community, brother.
Oh, Ray means tremendous to the community, especially to the junior golfers. I even had a personal experience where I took my nephew there to see him, and, he was all about helping out. It wasn't nothing about business or anything. And he took a personal touch with that, and that grew our relationship. And even for the adult community, with FOREBROS, with the meal and, always out there and supporting us when we go out to Mission or anything that we go over there. So just the community on the South Side alone and the golf community for juniors, Ray is a huge supporter. And, and FOREBROS and myself, and I know you, Andy, and Nothing is OB, we support that kind of, commitment to the community.
Well, Ray, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for being on, guys. Make sure May 3rd, it's filling up fast. And hey, if you have a really good junior that could help me out, since we know it's alternate shot now.
Yeah, I'm about to cut my son.
He's recruiting.
Hey, blood's not thick enough, baby. Yeah. It's not thick enough, man. Guys, that's Ray Garza. Make sure you visit him, guys, at www.onpargolf.net, right? Is it .net? Right? Onpargolf.net. And you can reach at flamingoclub.org, guys. And it's May 3rd. It's going to be at San Pedro, a great event. Make sure you don't get my chicken on a stick before I get it. Ray, do you have any last parting shots, brother?
First off, Maya, thanks for those kind words. That means a lot. I know, we're here to make an impact, a positive impact, and hearing that, it validates what we're doing. So thank you for that, and all FOREBROS, and it's always a blessing to have y'all come and visit our facilities, and it does help, keep our doors open and continue to strive and grow. So thank you to all the FOREBROS and Andy for all the support. I mean, I don't know if I have the record for the most guests.
You're close. You're close.
On this show.
You're going to take over Brucey's co-host chair.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and on your note, I did see Rudy.
Wow, bro.
I can confirm that was a good call. Cut that dude off.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that, but yeah. But yeah,
Guys,
thanks for everyone. Hopefully you can join us on Saturday, May 3rd, and make sure you register because it is going to fill up and it's going to be a great time. And if y'all have any questions, you can reach me directly if you need to via email or phone or text or what have you. And again, thanks for having me, Annie. Brucey, it was good to see you again. And I thank you for the opportunity to come on the show and talk shop.
Always, brother. Hey, man, we appreciate you, man. And hey, I don't know, is right? Your daughter's name is Lily, right?
Lily,
name, right?
She's playing, but she's playing with my dad because I
okay, all right. I was gonna say, I was like, tell Lily we're coming after y'all. Hey, and Big Ray, hey, with the whole Garza clan, we're coming after them. Hey, we're coming after. Thank you so much for being on tonight, brother. You take care, man.
All right, thanks. Y'all have a good night. Thanks, Andy.
All right, you as well, brother. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Bro. Hey, bro, you got one of the best dudes in the golf game right there, Ray Garza right there. Now we have Maya right here. We have Maya. We have the golf father of FOREBROS Tour. Maya, it's been a week, boy. It's been a week in SA Golfers, dude. It's been a week.
Oh yeah, it's been interesting. I've just been looking, outside, making little, just looking at everything, but it's hard to say, it's just, but the fortunate is as consumers and golfers and even running leagues as we do, we can adjust our schedule to go to places, you know what I mean? And it's just interesting to see these courses, but it happens, we've seen it. But they'll bounce back, man. They'll bounce back.
See, and I think that's the thing, right? Because I had a lot of people reach out to me and reach out to us in regards to, you need to go out here and bash and talk shit about the course or whatever. And you know what? I said, even you're like, post that video on SA Golfers. And I said, I don't need to, you know what? Because the question's already been proposed, right? And I think the thing is that, you know what? They're getting hit left and right. And I just think it sucks because we're the consumer. We're the consumer. We're the paying customer. And I think you had somebody ask, "Oh, that sounds awesome. Where does FOREBROS Tour play?" And I mean, man, like you couldn't even list all the courses. You couldn't, people couldn't even list them all because our schedule is so diverse and so there's such a variety that we're all over. Like, okay, we're playing the best resort courses, right? And you can't put the resort courses in with the military courses. You can't put resort courses in with the city public courses, right? You can't put those courses in the same breath. But we do play the who's of the who of everything. You know what? We play La Cantera, we play Silverhorn. You know what? We have Tapatio Springs coming up on our schedule. You know what? Then we have, some of the top ranked, public courses. We got a Golf Club of Texas. We have, we have the Quarry was a major for ours. Again, then we have the private courses, River Crossing, Comanche Trace, and then we played the best of the military courses, which, Robert and Gateway Hills, they're kicking ass from like a good majority of these courses we're not going to name, right? I mean, the courses are in great shape. Then you got Zach out at Alsatian. I said it the other day, it's the beast of Highway 90. You have Lackland, you have Golf Club of Texas, and then you have Alsatian, which, it's a great freaking strip of golf courses right there.
Yeah, just those three alone are pretty solid, and they're just going to get better. And they've been transparent. I like it now. All three of those courses have been transparent. And for a personal standby, like I said, I always like when I can text a GM and have that one personal one-on-one. And with Robert, with Bo, and with Zach, you can't beat that. And it gives you more than just a business touch. It's a personal touch, which that's kind of a lost cause with some of the other courses.
But okay, so you say that though, but Maya, you can text a lot of GMs like that too, though. You can. You do have that ability though. You can text other GMs.
I mean, I guess I could text some, email some, but I mean, I don't have anybody I can text from the Alamo Golf Trail, you
Hey,
know.
but you drunk text people too, though.
Yeah, you know, I even got into it with GMs, but hey, we're friends now, so hey, this is, you know,
So
we're
Maya, why
friends.
don't you let everybody know what we got coming up for FOREBROS, because everybody always wants to know about FOREBROS and how we do what we do, play where we play, get the deals that we do. And why don't you speak on and I'll kind of I'll put up a couple of pictures for our next upcoming events.
Yeah, so our next coming event is the 2-man FOREBROS Nothing is OB 2-man classic, and we're doing a 666. If you've never done that before, it's gross and net, and our events are pretty legit because most of our members, they have more than 10 to 20 rounds, so there's no like sandbagging or anything like that. So we all grab diverse partners. I mean, there's a +5 with a 25 handicap. Then there's me and Sal, which
You and Sal are playing together?
Yeah, me a 14, a 18. You got to strategize if you want to go for the pops or you want to go for the gross. And a lot of guys, I think I've been seeing, they're going for the pops. So it's going to be interesting to see.
I was wondering why Leo wanted Brucey.
Yeah, because you don't see a lot of there's not a lot of low handicaps playing together. I mean,
see, Osman and I don't think, like, you know what, Osman and I play really well together, but I said, are you sure you don't want somebody with a higher handicap? Or, I mean, just I don't know. He's a 12, I'm a 7. Do you see it? Do you see that working?
Maybe on the gross net, because I've seen when those handicaps finally go in, there's going to be some interesting net teams out there.
Right here. Joe Tejeda, me and Patty taking it.
See, there's a lot of diverse teams out there, man. And
Patty and Joe.
But some of these C and B flights, bro, they'll shoot a 70 something or low 80.
We got the toughest C. We got the toughest B, C, and D flight in the state, boy.
So, but me and you were fortunate that we played 6-6 as a team before, and
we shook the bed, dude.
We got that idea to come and play this because it's the first 6. If you've never played it, it's the first 6 is going to be a scramble. Second 6, just for time consuming and so we're not out there all day, is going to be a shamble. It was original at best ball, but we're making it a shamble.
Okay, so shamble makes sense. I like that. I always love a good shamble.
And then the last, which is the make or break, I always personally like to put the alternate last, because when we played it that one time, we saw Keeker, they were fucking -7. And, we played at Starking, we see Keeker coming back with his team like, hey, what are you? He said, oh, we're +4 already, like just with alternate shots. So alternate shots going to make or break who's going to win that tournament. And it's going to be interesting, especially with if 2 guys win after and they're both 18s doing alternate shot. And it's not going to be a pickup because there's some high handicaps. So, that alternate shot might be +9 or, on a par 5 picking up at 9 or something.
So Brucey, now that Brucey's back, we're having some technical difficulties, but Brucey is always here. He's in our heart. So Brucey, I remember you and Jake play together, and you know what? Y'all are higher handicaps, but Jake is Jake is the higher of y'all's 2 handicaps, and y'all both played. I guess, was it a shamble or was it scramble when we played together? Oh, it was alternate shot, right? Right at Gateway. It was
alternate shot like in Floresville.
No, not a Gateway. Remember when you and Jake?
No, that was a shamble, I believe.
Was it shamble?
Gateway.
So how was it when
Jake
with another? Yeah, playing with another high handicap. In a format that's very similar to this. No, but Brucey.
No,
I know.
Hey, that Wi-Fi.
Brucey. I know, man. Hey, Brucey's gone, guys. I don't know what's going on with him. He said it was.
But like I said, that alternate shot's gonna be interesting, and this time with our unknown UG app, they're very into, especially a personal touch with us, because I send out something like, hey, how can we do this So they made a whole format for us. So it's the scramble is the top 8 players getting 35% because of their handicap. 15% of the handicap for the scramble goes to the B player because then it's not going to be overcrowded.
So I guess that's a good thing that I do have Osman though, right? I mean, it wouldn't be smart to have like I guess another 7 or 8 handicap, right? Because then we're kind of screwing ourselves. But the format like this is like you said, you could be sitting good. You could be sitting good, right, Maya, until you get to that alternate shot, and then hey, there's some.
And even with the shamble, it's going to be interesting because you got to take the lowest ball after that, and you'll see what happens. Plus, it's 90% on that 6. It's 90% of each individual's handicap. So if you're a 7, it's 90% of that 6. So it's going to be interesting to see the final handicaps getting together and who gets what pops. But also, we're doing just so everybody can be enjoyable on the round. Anybody that's 18 or higher handicap are going to be playing from the blues, and of course
this changes everything. That would have changed my. Really would have changed my partner.
It's about pace of play, having a great time.
the pace of play initiative, here, Joe Tejeda, LFG baby, let's fucking go. So right, okay, so Maya, and we're going to a course that where everything started out of Golf Club of Texas, bro. How has it been? How do you think Bo and Zeke and his guys have poured into this course? Do you think that they're getting it up to the standard that it needs to be at?
The last couple of times I've gone and then just going to the driving range and the bar and stuff, and then just talking with Bo and all that, it just seems like they're heading to the right direction. Even with a personal customer service point. And us, to me, customer service is a big 50% of what golf is. And then 50% of the course, of course. And they're going the right way of doing things. And then just seeing, and we're actually going out there tomorrow to, because we always like to do a little recon round.
You got to do the recon. And I don't think, which he's given FOREBROS a great rate. And why do other courses not understand that we have to make sure we're giving our clientele, our members, like a good product? Why do some courses?
Oh yeah, because and that's a good, like with Robert, Zach, and now Bo, and then Anthony Cantu, and these guys, they're more business oriented because it'll be like, hey, look, I'll give these guys a $25 rate. Come check it out. They're bringing in 52 players on Saturday. That's not even including the alcohol. And, when FOREBROS goes, we run deep. Because even when we've gone to Kissing Tree and it's 28 guys, we stay 8 after. We spend anywhere from depends on the outings, $2,000 to $5,000 per outing as a group. But as a business standpoint, it's like you said, why don't most courses do it? Or don't even give that? I don't know why, man. They should, especially when you're bringing in a hot market and individuals that spend money at the courses.
Right here, your boy Rudy. You're on again and off again lover right there, golf course lover.
Oh Rudy, yeah, we broke up. I'm done with him.
Me and EJ looking for a match. Same group. Who wants them? Let's go. I'll take it. Me and Osman will go. Rudy.
Oh yeah,
Rudy,
you and Osman been hot. Y'all been hot together.
Rudy don't want none of this. You know that. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm kind of. You know what, Maya? I'm nervous. So Rudy, you and EJ versus me and Osman. Boom, done right there. All right, we'll go 20-20-20 right there. All right.
Damn.
Okay. So I'm telling you, that's what I'm concerned with, Maya, because you know what? And you go through these streaks that when you're hot, you have to take on all bets. And when you're not, you have to manage your bets.
Oh yeah. I've been betting with the C and D flight. I've been staying away with the A and B players. So I've been hiding, man. I've been hiding. But I've been enjoying myself because we're high-fiving, we're making bogeys and doubles. So we're having a great time.
You're high-fiving, chest bumping, playing for handshake.
Oh, yeah. Right? Fuck yeah. I fucking bogey that bitch.
So Maya, why is it that that you are always changing up the format, right? Why is it always kind of changing up the format? Because I'm always curious because I don't see a lot of other organizations doing that.
Oh, you got to keep it fresh, man. Keep it good ideas and stuff. Our bread and butter is single stroke bottom line. You know what I mean? Especially when you go to a nice high dollar course or $100 green fee, you know, that you're taken away from that experience when you do a 2-man or a scramble and that nature. For me, a single stroke at Comanche is always it. You'll never see a 2-man there.
No. You can't
do it, man. You won't get that full experience.
That course is too much. It's a heavyweight. It's a heavyweight course. They're playing the Southland Conference Golf Tournament right there. They're playing D1 golf tournament out there at Comanche Trace right here. And Joe Tejeda right here, because we played them this past weekend out at Alsatian. We have to run it back, Maya.
See, they're all calling me out, bro. It's not the same.
But it was you and me versus the Hedler brothers. And I don't think they want it, Maya. I don't think you know what? We're playing a scramble, a 1-man scramble. I don't think they want me, Maya. I don't think they want me like that.
I didn't want myself either. Shit. I came out +1 on a 1-man scramble. God damn.
Okay, let's see if Brucey, are you here, Brucey? Are you
bro,
here?
What's going on, dude? It's not mine, bro. I restarted. I did everything.
Hey, Brucey, I'm the new co-host. Sorry, bro.
Go ahead, take over, bro. Hey, deal with Andy from now on, bro. Andy's a headache within itself, bro.
I'm good.
I don't know, bro. So Maya, we got some great events coming up. We got
all I gotta say is me and my partner are gonna tear it up, dude.
Okay, all right. You said enough. All right, he's done. he's done, man. I don't know what it is. I told him get on your phone. He's got 2 phones. He's got 3 computers. But all right, Maya. So we also got another great event coming up, and this one it's going to be a little bit different because this is kind of and we spoke about this event, and again, it's a great course, and it's a great event because this is a big time golf day for the golf community right here. Let's see right here. Let's move that. There it is right there.
Oh yeah, I'm excited about that one.
We got a Happy Gilmore 9-hole tournament, golf and a movie out at Golf Club of Texas. There's a 9-hole tournament and a 9 p.m. movie screening of Happy Gilmore 2, boy. Happy Gilmore 2. How many times does a golfer say that this is their favorite movie?
Oh, all the time. Either that one or 10 Cup. You can't
there
go
you
wrong.
Go. It's those 2 movies right here. But this is also going to be an open house for FOREBROS potential FOREBRO tour members. So thanks to our guy, one of our FOREBROS who hasn't been able to be out there a lot lately, Dave Davila, an American Knuckle. You know what? He does all types of work on vehicles. He does oil changes. He fixes and everything. And if you tell him you're a FOREBRO, he'll even give you a special price. He won't upcharge. No, he's going to downcharge you. He's going to save you some money. So keg of beer on one of our FOREBROS, Dave Davila, an American Knuckle. He is going to be sponsoring the keg out there. So free beer, Michelob Ultra, the official beer of FOREBROS Tour, for friends, family, and any potential members to come and see what we are all about.
Oh yeah, we used to be a open format or open tour or liga, have you not? But we changed it and voted on that, and it was a big discussion because that wasn't our MO of going charging or anything like that in that nature. So it was a tough vote among the board, and you were on that vote, Andy. And but we want to continue to bring the best product out there, and so we decided going forward, any new members was going to be a $25 members fee because that includes unknown golf, includes the tour, the schedule, point system, make it to the majors, and make it to the championship. So we have those different formats, and where else you're going to get these great deals like, $35 playing at gate waiting on a prime condition, or GCT $65 with food, outstation, La Cantera for $80, $90 at Comanche. Like when are you ever going to go play Comanche or River Crossing?
How can you get on those? How can you get on? But you know what? Big ups to you, because you have to work these deals. And also, you know what? We can't, you're not able to do those deals if we haven't taken care of the course, or we haven't taken care of the servers and taken care of the people that take care of us.
Correct. And so this is open house. Like right now we have on our Facebook page and new members, we have 33 members on standby, and they're kind of outside looking in. They haven't paid the $25 because, when you're new to golf, it's like, hey, why am I paying $25 for this? So this open gives people a little glimpse of what they'll get if they join with FOREBROS. And so this is what that Happy Gilmore 9-hole tournament. You don't have to be a member. You don't have to pay the $25. You just come on out. We're not going to change about us betting, because we like to gamble. We like to bet.
We don't play for them handshakes, dude.
Yeah, we don't play for funsies,
We play for their skin in the game.
So it'll be a small $10, $20 game,
friendly match,
and but if you're interested in joining FOREBROS and you're kind of hesitant and you haven't want to pay that $25 and you think it's a scam, or where's this money going? That money goes back to the members. That goes to our UG system that we pay $2,500 yearly for. That goes to flags, that goes to upcoming trophies or pots or that nature.
Right here, Joe Avalo. See, hey, revealing the secret sauce right here. We get the deal because we use Rudy as a fluffer.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, you're not supposed to. Hey, I told you not to tell nobody, cabron, dude. Hey, right here. Look, Leo Camarillo, as your VP, I need the link. No, you're not getting the link right here. So, and Robert Vasquez right here. Brucey is on Temu Wi-Fi. Hey, we told Brucey it was going to eventually get him. It was going to eventually get him right here. So Maya, somebody asked the other day on SA Golfers, where do we play? And the thing is, it's like, is it easy to say, like name a course, right? Like name a course. So we got them, right?
Oh yeah. And this year we're extending out, we're going to Austin this year in August, actually in, is it June? I got to look. July, we're going to Houston Tour 18, and we already have 32 players signed up for that one. And it's potentially more because some Jesse and his buddies are going to come out and play, and he said he has like 10 or 15 guys. So we'll have a 40. It'll be close to a 40-man event in Houston, and that speaks volumes when when people are traveling. Because sometimes when we first started, you didn't trust guys making it here in San Antonio to come
here in town, making their tee times, man.
Yeah,
and we got guys coming in from out of town and just to attend these events. So that should tell you something.
Oh yeah, we got guys coming from Houston, Laredo, Alice, Corpus, Austin. So they come all over and they get and they say there's nothing like this group they've never played at before, and they like coming down here and driving to play with us.
So we also for the guys, the members, we got a trip for Myrtle Beach coming up in September too.
Yep, Myrtle Beach in September.
So if you love golf, this is the place for you. If you just want to look at a group and you just want to see all the cheese happening, I'm sorry, this FOREBROS tour ain't for you. If you want a cash game on a Monday or on a Thursday, hey, you can find one of those. Or somebody will tell Maya, hey, Maya, is anything going on? He goes, you know what? Let me make some calls. We'll get a match going on.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell this guy. I said, hey, Maya, let's get a foursome over here. He goes, yeah, we'll make it a little cash game. Next thing you know, there's 16 dudes coming out. And I'm like, God dang it, dude. Like, can you just chill? Like, bro, hey,
we gotta bring the entourage, bro.
right here. Joe Tejeda, living our best golf life. God bless. You have no idea right there. Jesse Martinez right here from Atascocita. I'm going to set up the course real nice. Ooh, at Tour 18.
Ooh. I'm excited. I've never played out there before.
Bro, it's badass. Jesse, make sure you get that AC fixed, bro. I'm staying on your couch, bro, right? Get that damn AC fixed right here. Does anybody work? Isn't Joe I thought Joe was retired.
Joe's retired, but I never see him on the course.
All right, Maya. You got any parting shots, brother, before we wrap this up, man? I appreciate you stepping up, man.
I just want to tell everybody, like I said, if you're looking and you're on the fritz of joining FOREBROS, like I said, come out to that 9-hole tournament, get a little glimpse of what we offer, and also to all our veterans and combat veterans that need a place and brotherhood. We won't charge, a member's fee for a one time. If you want to come and check us out, just come on, just get a hold of me or Andy, and any of our board members, come check us out. And that's what our main thing is. The golf is that, but the bonus is the brotherhood. That's what we mainly do it for. I've met tons of brothers on this FOREBROS tour that I can call, like, hey, my car broke down, or I need this or that. And Dave Davila. Yeah. Just prime example, I had a leak here, and Paul Kobiega and his team has been here since today. Tomorrow they're working on my house. Dave Davila's helping me. So those are true brothers that you can call on. But other than that, just come out, take a look. We have, I think, one of the best tours and schedule of unique courses. Like I said, we play city courses, we'll play private courses. We play all over the place. So come check us out.
Hey guys, that's Jeremiah Sierra, the golf father. Maya, thanks so much for being on the show, brother. And I want you to kind of stick around since Brucey was having some technical difficulties. Now, Maya, this is my shout out tonight. On Monday, we got a couple of comments right here before we get to that right here. Joe Avalos, I appreciate all that you guys do. Joe, we appreciate you. If you've ever heard of us, some people have heard some negative shit about us, but you know what? We don't care, because you know what? We are a member first organization. We are all about the bros. We are all about our guys right here. Fernando Hernandez, you guys rock. Joe Avalos, it's not even about the golf. It's about the guys. We always say that.
Yeah, definitely.
Golf is what brought us together, but it's not the golf that keeps us together right here.
Hey, if I had friends of my golf game, I wouldn't have any fucking friends. So it's not about the golf.
Hey, I don't even know if Joe Avalos is my friend. He's that dirty Theo. He's that dirty Theo.
He's like that dirty Theo that comes into your room at night.
But that dirty Theo I've always wanted, Joe. I've always wanted. Right here. Jesse Martinez. I say it all the time. There's no group like FOREBROS. I've played in many. These guys are cool. Jesse, we appreciate it, brother. So right here, Maya, going on Monday next week, I have the privilege of being a confirmation sponsor to these four guys right here. And it was funny. I was on the sofa there at one of the holiday get-together festivities, all todo pedo, and they're like, Andy, or they're like, Coach, we want to ask you something. And I was like this, what did I do this? What did I do? I've been drinking all night. What did I do? And they said, Coach, will you be our confirmation sponsor? So my four boys, Jake's twins, Billy and Jaime's son, I'm going to be the sponsor at their confirmation on Monday for all four of these dudes.
That's awesome, man.
As I come, thank you, brother. As I come to, and you know it, as I'm coming to a professional crossroads and making a change. These guys showed me that I did something right down the line in my career. These are four of my former players, and they asked me to be their confirmation sponsor. And more than the trophies, more than the banners, this is probably one of the, next to having, my two daughters and my wife, this is probably one of the best feelings right here, is saying yes to being their confirmation sponsor. And I rolled deep. We went into the meeting the other day, and they asked me, they're like, "Hey, who's your who are you sponsoring? I said, these dudes right here. And one of the dads goes, man, no one's gonna mess with you, right? I said, who's talking shit? Oh, it's a church. Sorry. And my guys, dude. So right here, bro. Look, Joe Avalos wants some candy.
Want some candy, mijo?
Hey, get in this van. Get in this white van. Good night, baby. Get in this van right here. Right here. J.R. Garcia. What a testament to you, Andy. Thank you, brother. Love the game of coaching. Never cheated right here. And so those guys are my shout out. I've been wanting to give them a shout out right here. Joe Avalos, will you be my AA sponsor?
Look at Joe.
Ooh, all right, Maya. Thanks for being on, brother. I appreciate you, man. Have a good night.
All right, man. I'll see y'all Saturday.
Yes, sir. Let's go, boy. All right, guys. That was Jeremiah Sierra, president, golf father of FOREBROS Tour. Some special people we want to thank right here, guys. Make sure, guys, you hit up our guy Lee Ramos and Maximum Demolition and Dismantling. Owner operator, no job too big, no job too small. Make sure, guys, you hit him up. Southside True and True, guys. He is a man of the people. He does exactly what he says he's going to do, guys. If they tell you no, he will tell you yes. Him and his crew will get the job done. Make sure you hit him up at 210-507-2227 and hit him up online at MaximumDemo.com. And don't forget, guys, we were coming live this whole evening from the Texas Chancla studio. He's out there. He's down in Market Square, guys. He's getting ready for Fiesta. If you need him, make sure you call the law offices of 210-807-8656. That is the law office of Jesse Hernandez. He is that lawyer. He's the SA Current 2-time back-to-back attorney of the year. If it is domestic, if it's criminal, DWI, this guy does it all. And not only is he a lawyer, he's good people. He's a good person, and he's a hack golfer. He can be pretty honest with his golf score, so that tells us a lot, guys. We're thankful for his sponsorship of the studio right here, guys. And also, guys, you heard Jeremiah speak on it a lot, guys. Right here, FOREBROS Tour. They are a gimme sponsor. Never golf alone again. If you don't have a home, FOREBROS Tour has a home for you guys. All you got to do is visit my website, nothingisob.com. There's a link on there that says FOREBROS Tour that can take you right to Unknown Golf and take you right to our Facebook page. Remember, guys, we got a lot of guys in the waiting room. $25. It gets you access to this great schedule, this amazing group of brothers right here, man. And so, guys, we're so thankful for your spot. We're so thankful for your support of the show, guys. Remember, guys, in the game of life, nothing is OB.